When there is dilution, the number of ions per unit volume decreases and specific conductance also value decreases. The roads are sprinkled with calcium chloride so that the snow fall or the snow is not accumulated. Hello my dear students, welcome back to part 3 of Karnataka CET 2009 chemistry paper. We'll start with the 41st question. The one which decreases with dilution is option A specific conductance, option B equivalent conductance, option C molar conductance, option D conductance. So they're asking when does or which one of these decreases with dilution. We know it is specific conductance because it is dependent on number of ions per unit volume, isn't it? When there is dilution, the number of ions per unit volume decreases and specific conductance also value decreases. So it is specific conductance which is the answer. 42nd question. Vapor pressure of pure A is 70 millimeter of mercury at 25 degrees Celsius. It forms an ideal solution with B in which mole fraction of A is 0.8. If the vapor pressure of the solution is 84 millimeter of mercury at 25 degrees Celsius, then the vapor pressure of pure B at 25 degrees Celsius is A, option A 70 millimeter, B 140 millimeter, C 28 millimeter, D is 56 millimeter. So we need to calculate or find out the vapor pressure of pure component B. Okay. So what is given here? A and B are mixed. The vapor pressure of pure A is 70 is given and the mole fraction of A is 0.8 is given. So first of all, mole fraction of A plus mole fraction of B is equal to 1. So mole fraction of B is 1 minus mole fraction of A, that is 1 minus 0.8, that is 0.2. This is first thing which we know, and the total pressure is equal to partial pressure of pure A into XA, partial pressure of pure B solvent into XB. So this is 84 is given. P naught A is given as 70 and mole fraction is 0.8. P naught B I need to find out and mole fraction is 0.2. So if I solve this equation, I am going to get partial pressure of or vapor pressure of the component B. So this is 84, this is 56, P naught B into 0.2. So you will be getting it as P naught B is equal to 28 by 0.2, that is nothing but 140. Yes, 140 millimeter. Option B is the right answer. I hope you have understood. So the next question. A 6% solution of urea is isotonic with 6% solution of glucose, 25% solution of glucose, 0.1 molar solution of glucose, 0.05 molar solution of glucose. So what do we do? Isotonic solution, we know their molarity should be same, their concentration should be same. So I'll convert the 6% and see what is the molarity of urea. So molarity of urea is number of moles. Number of moles nan gottilla. Mass by molecular mass I can do. If I consider 6 grams is in 100 ml because it is 6%. Okay. So mass by molecular mass of urea is 60 into 1000 ml is 100 I am considering. So it is 1 molar. So 1 molar urea will be isotonic with 1 molar what? Glucose solution. So option C is the right answer. Okay. Next question. In countries nearer to polar region, the roads are sprinkled with calcium chloride. This is because to minimize pollution. I don't think so. To minimize the accumulation of dust on the road? No. To minimize the wear and tear of the road? No. To minimize the snowfall. Option D is absolutely right. The roads are sprinkled with calcium chloride so that the snowfall or the snow is not accumulated. Okay. Next question. For the reaction H2O giving H2O gas, that is liquid to gas at 373 Kelvin, and 1 atmospheric pressure. Delta H is equal to T delta S, delta H is equal to delta E, delta H is equal to 0, delta E is equal to 0. Now this is a reaction at 373 Kelvin, or it is 100 degree Celsius. The liquid state and the vapor state of water are at equilibrium. Okay, and it is 1 atmospheric pressure also. So delta G is equal to 0 because it's at equilibrium. We know the equation delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. Now this is 0. So what will happen? Delta H will be equal to T delta S. Correct, no? So which is the correct option? Option A, delta H is equal to T delta S is the correct option. Okay. So we'll go to the next question. A compound A and B crystallizes in the cubic lattice in which A atom occupies the lattice points at the corner of the cube and B atoms occupies the center of the each face of the cube. The probable empirical formula of the compound is option A, AB, option B, AB3, option C, AB2, option D, A3B. So what they are telling, it is very simple. A particle is at the corner, B particle is at the face center. Now, if it is in the corner, it is only one atom. We know 8 corners, 8 into 1 by 8. So, only one atom is present. Center, if it is present, 6 faces. Half from every face, 3 are present. So, it is AB3. So, option is B, AB3. Okay. So, we'll go to the next question. An electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction, the nitro group is a meta-directing group. Yake nitro group meta-directing when it is electrophilic substitution reaction. So we'll see the options and try to understand and tick the answer. Option A, increases electron density at meta position. It does not increase the electron density at meta position. When nitro group is there, in the meta position, electron density does not increase because it doesn't come there. Increases electron density at ortho and para position. That's also not possible. Decreases electron density at ortho and para position. That's why it is a meta-directing group. In ortho and para position, it pulls out the electron, isn't it? Thus, it will go, electron density is decreased in those two positions. That's why in meta position, it will be more and there the substitution will take place. Decreases electron density at meta position. This is wrong. So, option C is the right answer. Okay. We'll see the next question. CH3COH with lithium aluminium hydride gives X, with copper at 300 degrees Celsius gives Y, and then with dilute NaOH gives Z. In the above reaction, Z is a ketol, an acetol, a butol or an aldol. I shall write the reaction for you all. It is CH3COOH with lithium aluminium hydride. Okay, it will give CH3, CH2OH, that is reduction reaction. Next, with copper at 300 degree Celsius, what will happen? Here, you are going to get an aldehyde, that is oxidation, CH3CHO. Further, aldehyde with dilute NaOH, somewhere you will have listened. Where is it? It is aldol condensation. So, what you are going to get? You are going to get aldol, and option D is correct. Aldol is the product. But which aldol? I'll just write the reaction for you all. It is CH3, CHOH, CH2, CHO. This is the aldol which is obtained. Okay. We'll go to the next question. The best method for conversion of an alcohol into alkyl chloride by treating the alcohol with SOCl2 in the presence of pyridine, dry HCl in the presence of anhydrous zinc chloride, PCl3, PCl5. So, which is the best method for conversion of an alcohol to alkyl chloride? It is Darzan's process, that is with thionyl chloride in the presence of pyridine, because you are going to get sulfur dioxide and HCl, which are gases. Thus, the products need not be separated further. That's why it is the easiest and the best method to get alkyl chlorides. So, option A is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. The electrophile involved in sulfonation of benzene is option A H3 plus O, option B SO3, option C SO3 plus, option D SO3 2 minus. Which is the electrophile in sulfonation reaction? We have learned the mechanism. It is SO3 which is the electrophile in sulfonation, isn't it? So option B is the right answer. Okay. Next question. The carbon-carbon double bond length in benzene is in between C2H6 and C2H2, in between C2H4 and C2H2, in between C2H6 and C2H4, same as in C2H4. So they are asking the bond length in benzene. Okay. In this particular question, we need to understand the fact that the carbon-carbon bond length in benzene is between the single bond and the double bond, correct? So you see the option here in between C2H6 and C2H2, that is, this is carbon-carbon single bond, this is carbon-carbon triple bond. So this cannot be the option. Here it is carbon-carbon double bond and carbon-carbon triple bond. That also is not the option. Here it is just carbon-carbon double bond. No, it is not of carbon-carbon double bond. Remember, there is delocalization. The bond length is between the single bond and the double bond. Okay. So this is carbon-carbon single bond and this is carbon-carbon double bond. So option C should be the right answer. Okay. Next question. The compound which is not formed during dry distillation of mixture of calcium formate and calcium acetate is propanone, ethanol, methanol and propanol. So which is the one which is not formed? Which compound is not formed, they are asking, during dry distillation of calcium formate and calcium acetate. During dry distillation of calcium formate, you have HCOO, CaCOOH. During this dry distillation, you get CaCO3 and HCHO and CaCO3. You will get formaldehyde. Then you have CH3COO, CaCOO, CH3, CaCO3 again. You are going to get CH3CO, CH3, you are going to get acetone or propanone. So propanone you are going to get methanol. Okay. Then we will see what's the other. When both are mixed, we will see what we are going to get. HCOOCA, COOH plus CaCOOCH3 and COOCH3. So you get CaCO3 and CO1 oxygen here. So you will get HCH3CHO, that is ethanol. You will get ethanol also, you will get propanone also, methanol also. So propanol is what you are not getting during this reaction. Option D is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. An organic compound X is oxidized by using acidified potassium dichromate. The product obtained reacts with phenyl hydrazine but not answer the silver mirror test. So the possible structure of X is CH3 twice CHOH, CH3CHO, CH3CH2OH, CH3C double bond O, CH3. So we have to find out what is the organic compound X, which after acidifying, X is acidified with potassium dichromate, we get a product which reacts with phenyl hydrazine. Phenyl hydrazine, it reacts, but it does not give silver mirror test. So what is the possible structure of X is what they are asking. Now, ketones reacts with phenyl hydrazine but it will not give silver mirror test. So this should be a ketone. If I have to get a ketone, this should be a secondary alcohol. It is a secondary alcohol. Now among the products, D is not the option, C also is not the option, B also is not the option, CH3 to CHOH, option A, that is CH3CHOH CH3. It's a secondary alcohol which will give ketone. Ketone will answer phenyl hydrazine but not silver mirror test. So I hope you have understood this. 54th question. The reaction involved in the oil of wintergreen test is salicylic acid heated with concentrated H2SO4 gives the product. The product is treated with sodium carbonate solution. The missing reagent in the above reaction is. See, the oil of wintergreen test is salicylic acid. I'm writing the structure of salicylic acid with methanol, that is CH3OH. When it is heated at concentrated H2SO4, I'm going to use H2O to give methyl salicylate. Okay, which is called as or has the smell of oil of wintergreen. So it is methanol. Option B is the one which is the reagent which is missing in the above reaction. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. So the 55th question is the compound which forms acetaldehyde when heated with dilute NaOH. Option A 1-chloroethane, option B 1,2 dichloroethane, option C 1,1 dichloroethane, 1,1,1 trichloroethane. Sorry. So option C is the correct answer. If I take CH3 1,1 dichloroethane and treat it with dilute NaOH, first both the chlorine gets substituted with OH groups. So I'm going to get OH, OH and H. This is highly unstable. There is removal of H2O and I will get CH3, CHO, that is acetaldehyde. So it is 1,1 dichloroethane. None of the other products gives this acetaldehyde. Okay. Next question. Arrange the following in the increasing order of their basic strength. So it's methylamines. Okay. Secondary, tertiary, primary and ammonia is given. So we know that the ammonia is in the last, correct? Then we have tertiary, primary and secondary. So now we have to look into the correct option. The first one, secondary is there in the beginning but primary is there but ammonia is not in the last. Look for option where ammonia is in the end. So at option C and D will match, but then this is ammonia. Okay, this is tertiary, this is also tertiary and this is secondary and this is primary. Here it's primary and secondary. So option D is the correct answer. Okay, and the factors which are affecting the basicity is solvation and steric effect. Okay, or hydration and steric effect. Okay, next one is the one which has least iodine value: ghee, groundnut oil, sunflower oil, ginger oil. The least iodine value is given by the one which is least unsaturated and the answer is ghee for that. Option A, ghee. Next question. A diabetic person carries a pocket of glucose with him always because it should be packet actually. Okay. Option A, glucose reduces blood sugar level. No. Glucose increases the blood sugar level almost instantaneously. This looks right, but we'll see the option C. Glucose reduces the blood sugar level slowly. No. Glucose increases the blood sugar level slowly. No. See, the diabetic person carries a packet of glucose always because whenever he feels that his sugar level is going low, he takes it immediately so that instantaneously the blood sugar level is going to increase. So option B is the correct answer. Okay. Next one. There are 20 naturally occurring amino acids. The maximum number of tripeptides that are obtained is 7,465, 5,360, 8,000 and 6,470. 20 naturally occurring and I want a tripeptide. 20 to the power n to whichever peptide you want. Tripeptide, 3 amino acids I require. So it is 8,000 and option C is the right answer. Okay. The last question. Cooking is fast in pressure cooker because food is cooked at constant volume. Loss of heat due to radiation is minimum. Food particles are effectively smashed. Water boils at higher temperature inside the pressure cooker. So what do you think is the correct answer? In the pressure cooker, water boils at a higher temperature, and that's why the food also is getting cooked faster. Okay, so option D is the right answer. I hope you have understood Karnataka CET 2009 chemistry question paper completely. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, stay updated.